Like damn, why I get a like yarn? I'm a drop top. The sun won't burn when it lit like what, but the stripes ain't earned. I'ma get it right now. I ain't waiting no turn. Got a brand new house trying to avoid my hurt about 6.
It's the National Football League on EA Sports. And up next, we'll see this team's sure-handed tight end. He's gonna be a busy man in the passing game. Hope y'all ready for this one, and it's coming right up on EA Sports.
Welcome in, everyone, to this presentation of the National Football League on EA Sports. Thanks for having us in. Mike Tirico, Greg Olson up here in the booth. Should be a good matchup here, Greg. A couple of playoff teams a year ago that are hoping to take that ultimate step and get to the Super Bowl this season.
And oftentimes, that's the most difficult step, right? You go from being a perennial playoff contender. That's great. But now, how many of these teams can now say, okay, not only are we in the playoffs year in and year out, but we are a legitimate Super Bowl contender in any given season? That is easier said than done, but I think these...
Stage is set. Ball is on the tee. And off we go on EA Sports. This is fielded inside the 5. And it'll be brought down past the 25. Decent field position to start this drive. So the visitors ready to go on offense here for the first time. Leading this offense, their veteran quarterback.
If his preparation for this game is any indication of how he's going to perform today, Mike, they're going to be hard to beat. He played really well last week, but when we talked to his coaches, they told us, they're like, he has lived here all week. He has taken his level of play even up another notch, and if he can continue to operate this system, continue to get all of his weapons involved, this leadership, this ability to lead by example, it's going to rub off on the rest of this offense. I think they're going to have a good chance of changing from last week's loss to coming away today with a victory.
And they will bring him down on the other side of midfield.
And if he's late with that throw, Mike, there's a really good chance a defender could have made a play on it. But he does a beautiful job. He puts the ball out in front of his shoulder, leads the receiver, and allows him to get upfield and pick up the first down.
1st and 10. On the bootleg, it's Young. They'll be forced to just throw that one away. It's incomplete.
You can't fault the quarterback on this one, Mike. He really didn't even have much of an opportunity. By the time he hit the top of his drop and got his eyes downfield, the defense was all over him, and he really had no choice but to just get that ball out of his hand and live to play another snap.
And they'll hold him to a gain of just a couple, and it sets up 3rd down. Here's the pistol snap to Young. Oh, in trouble. Down he goes.
Sometimes you just have to know when the play is over and live to play another down. He has pressure coming right at him, and instead of just throwing the ball away, he tries to escape, he tries to get creative, and he ends up losing a lot more yards than he should have.
Punt team out, ready to send this one away. That is fielded at the 13. And a nice return there. The offense not going to be backed up as much as they could have. Drive's going to start from beyond the 20. This crowd ready in anticipation. Their offense taking the field for the first time. They are led out by a man who's done this now for a long time. Their veteran quarterback.
One thing about this guy that's pretty clear, Mike, is there's not a whole lot that rattles him. He does a good job staying even keel. You don't know if he just threw a pick or if he just led his team to a touchdown drive, and that was kind of the case last week. He didn't let it snowball into a bunch of back-breaking mistakes. He just shook it off and kept playing. Now, can he keep that mentality as the rest of the year unfolds? And if he does, he's going to give his team a chance every single week.
Well, he just does beat the play clock as he'll set up to throw. And that keeps him ahead of schedule. That's a first down completion of 7 yards. Here's 2nd and 3 to go. They send the tight end in motion. Here's a first carry for their running back, and he will not be able to get free, picking up only a yard. Now it's 3rd down. On the bootleg, he'll look to throw. He'll be forced to just throw that one away. It's incomplete.
Remember what they told us, Mike, leading up to this game. They said it is so critical for us to find success, especially on 3rd down. We want to maintain possession, extend these drives. Well, the first crack comes up and they fail through the air, and we're going to have to regroup and be able to have better success throughout the remainder of this game.
The visitors' offense and their running back getting ready to go back to work. And he's been a huge factor in the passing game all season long. In fact, he leads all NFL running backs in receiving yards. Young to throw on 1st down. No one open. He'll drop it to his running back. And he's brought down after a gain of 6 on 1st down. They'll work now on 2nd and 4. Out of the shotgun, Young. And that's going to be incomplete. Coverage was good that time. The contact jarring the ball loose and forcing 3rd down. From the gun, it's Young. He'll look middle, and he's got his man complete.
These curl routes, he's been running these routes since he was a young kid in Pop Warner football, and I like to call it pulling the string. You've got the defender thinking you're going downfield, and you stick that foot in the ground, work back to the quarterback, friendly to the ball, and really nice job picking up the 1st down. And the success of this play, Mike, all comes down to the timing of the defender. You get there a little bit too early, you risk pass interference. You get there a little too late, it's a big pass completion. Timing your hand and playing through the ball is something they work on with these defenders all the time. And next time they throw the ball downfield, I wouldn't be surprised if they target somebody else.
They'll come up to 3rd and 3. Now Young. And this is going to be incomplete. That is great work there, making things difficult defensively. It'll set up a 4th down. Here's their punter now. And he's on to punt for the 2nd time in this opening quarter. Whoa. And that is good coverage by the punt team as they meet him and bring him down. The home team's offense back onto the field as you take a look at the playoff race in the AFC. And things starting to take shape here. 3 weeks left of the regular season. Teams making that final push for postseason berths.
It's not the big play they were hoping for, but 1st down efficiency, staying ahead of the chains, is what every offense is trying to find, and it brings up a manageable 2nd down.
Man is open, middle of the field. It is caught. A gain there of 21. That's enough for a 1st down.
They've done a nice job spreading the ball around. Make the defense have to account for as many different weapons as possible here early. But think back to our conversation with this coaching staff, Mike. They identified this guy as someone they needed to get involved early and often, so that might be his first target. I don't think it's going to be his last.
Now, faking the give. Oh, he's going to be bottled up and taken down. They got him.
The best thing they did here, Mike, is keep their rush lane integrity. What that means is you have to rush the quarterback as a unit. Keep him in the pocket. Keep him on that X. And when you do, man, he becomes a sit and duck for this pass rush. There's a saying on defense, Mike, tips and overthrows, you've got to get those. Those got to turn into interceptions. So if you're the offense here, after you saw that ball batted in the air, Man, I can promise you it felt like a lifetime waiting to see if it just falls harmlessly to the ground.
Downfield, got a man, and he's got it. And he will go all the way.
When you think back to their first possession of this game, Mike, it resulted in a punt. Not exactly the fast start the coaches told us was so important as this game unfolds. They get the ball back for possession 2. Now they try to find some rhythm, find their identity of the game plan, and they come away with 6. So that's how you bounce back in this league. It's not always going to be perfect. Really nice job settling into this game here with their second possession.
No problem there on the extra point, and his guys will take a 7-0 lead. The kickoff team is out on the field, and we're back to it as the kick's away. Very good kickoff, returnable from the 4, and he'll be brought down just beyond the 25-yard line. The visitors' offense ready to get back at it. They trail here by a touchdown as this drive will start with a first down. He'll struggle to get back to the line of scrimmage. Maybe gets a yard out of that one. It's second down. Back to the ground. He'll get it again. And he's going to be brought down up past the 45.
The goal of every offense, Mike, is to find a way to establish a balance between the run and the pass. With some success here early on the ground, will open up things as the game unfolds for the quarterback in this passing game.
They'll break the huddle. Coming up now for 1st and 10. They'll put one of the tight ends in motion. And he can't hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. What a good job defensively to meet him just as the ball was arriving. And it'll be second down. Now a give up the middle. Just refusing to go down. He winds up with a gain of 7. Third down, 3 to go. They bring a tight end in motion left. That's caught. Left side. It's complete. A pickup of 14 on that one. And that will be a first down. So a big third down hookup takes up. Receiver in motion, headed left. Now a give on the ground. And nothing on that one. Back to the line of scrimmage, and that is it. They'll try again here. 2nd and 10. To throw is Young. Short pass taken in by the tight end. And he'll be stopped short of the first down. He's able to look it in and get forward for a pickup of about 8. Trying to pick this one up on the ground.
Well, we have an early decision here, Mike. How aggressive does this coach want to be on this 4th down try? I think you got to keep your offense out there. You have a prime opportunity to take the fight to them, extend this drive, and hopefully be able to come away with points.
The field goal unit on the sideline. They'll line up to go for it on 4th down. They'll try to run. And he's not going to get there. The defense was ready for it, and they stuff him on 4th down.
So this play by the middle linebacker is all about play recognition. Reminds me of a former teammate, Luke Kuechly. He knew the play before it was going to happen. Watch him. He diagnoses, he tracks the ball, and bang, makes a huge tackle, short of the yard to gain, forces the turnover on downs.
The home team's offense headed back to take over once more. They lead it here in the second quarter, 7-0, as they begin with a 1st and 10. They'll begin here on the ground. Yeah! Terrific starter there. Gain of 15 and a 1st down.
The ability to be effective on 1st down, Mike, it just makes everything else easier. In the event you do have to face a 3rd down the road, they're usually a lot more manageable situations, a lot easier to convert.
He'll get this out to the left flat, and that keeps him ahead of schedule. That's a 1st down completion of 7 yards. Here's a 2nd and 3 forthcoming. Man in motion, heading left. Here comes the jet sweep. And his momentum completely stopped there. Picked up, thrown down for a loss. 3rd and 5. Now they'll set up to throw. Little short pass here, caught by his tight end. Not just a 1st down, but reception number 70 on the season.
So far here early, Mike, the key for this offense has been their ability to maintain possession by converting on these 3rd downs. It's going to be a big storyline the rest of the way. This defense has to find a way. When they force 3rd down, they got to get off the field.
Now a run on 1st down. And he'll get about 6 there, setting up 2nd down. They'll stick with him again. And he'll get back to the line of scrimmage at best. Might have even lost a yard there. Here's a 3rd down and 4. He'll look to throw. He'll swing this one out wide to his running back. And he's going to get there. He got the 1st down, not by a whole lot, but that'll keep this drive rolling. Receiver in motion, going right. Whoa! Look at him stay on his feet as he's able to shimmy his way for a gain of about 5. They'll break the huddle. It's 2nd and 5. Blitz coming. He'll throw it. Hit as he throws, and it is incomplete. Just couldn't deliver that one the way he wanted to. Not really sure if there was much there anyways. We do know it'll be 3rd down. Back to throw. And that is incomplete.
Throughout this entire game, we've really seen this quarterback operate very efficiently, not only being able to spread the ball to multiple playmakers, Mike, but really complete a high percentage of his passes. So can't let that last incomplete break what's been a really nice rhythm so far. And this is what you want. I mean, you clearly have the advantage, but you want to continue to apply pressure. Can you score every time you get the ball? They're able to do that here. They tack on 3 and extend their lead.
This one taken at the 7. Nice job by the return team as he takes it across the 30-yard line. The visitors' offense and their running back getting set for this next possession. As we give you a look at the league's leaders in receiving touchdowns, you can see he's 2nd best among NFL running backs at this point in the year. On 1st down is Young. Looking middle of the field, it's complete. And they will bring him down on the other side of midfield.
Every defense in the league, Mike, they stress the importance of defending the middle of the field. And in this case, that's just too much room to operate. They have to find a way to close and cloudy up those windows, make the quarterback throw the ball to the sidelines. And you allow him to operate in there.
And he'll be taken down. They got him back at the 50-yard line.
This is a great example of the game within the game. They're making what they call Mike declaration, and that's what sets the responsibilities of all the protectors. And in this case, the Mike was the one who came. And he's unblocked, and he's able to get home.
Quick throw, taken in. They'll get maybe 3 out of that one, and it's going to set up third down. One of the tight ends in motion right. From the gun here on third down, it's Young. A toss, left side, caught by his running back. On comes the punter now, as they'll say no to the long field goal and hope to pin them deep. And this one's going to land out of bounds as they'll mark it inside the 20. The home team's offense ready to see what they can do. They've got the 10-0 advantage here early, and they'll see if they can add to it. Beginning on this drive, 1st and 10. Right away, they'll set up to throw. Now, he'll air one out. That'll be batted away. Incomplete. Coverage very strong defensively. It's 2nd down. The tight end going in motion to the left. He'll get this out wide. And he'll be taken down as we tick down to the 2-minute warning. 2 minutes to go here till halftime. Greg and I continue in just a moment. They need to get it to the 27. This is 3rd down. They'll look to throw. They'll be forced to just throw that one away. It's incomplete.
So on a day where he's completed, give or take half of his passes, Mike, you have to imagine there's a handful of throws he'd like to have back, and I think that last one falls in that category. But the biggest thing, and most fortunately for them, they find themselves with a lead despite a bit of an up-and-down performance out of their quarterback.
The visitors' offense getting things in order as they trot out for this next possession. The deficit is at 10, so an important drive forthcoming. Getting started with 1st and 10. Here's Young to throw. That's a nice pickup on a 1st down throw. It's a gain of 8. Here's 2nd and 2. Got his receiver on the in-cut. He's got it. And he's going to be taken down right at midfield.
And now you can see they're really getting in rhythm in this 2-minute drive. Now, after that last completion, Mike, they cross midfield. Now the mindset goes to, all right, we got to come away with some points. They've got a quarterback who's in complete control, and they got to see if they can finish this thing off.
Throwing right, it's taken in. And they'll move this one down inside the 40-yard line. Now a 1st and 10 from the 38-yard line. Here's the pistol snap to Young. The ball deflected at least a couple of times, but it'll fall to the ground. It's incomplete. They'll try again. It's 2nd and 10. To throw, Young. He'll look over the middle and find his running back. And they bring him down, but not until they get inside the 30-yard line. They'll come up here, 1st and 10. Out of the shotgun, Young. To the right side here, pass is caught. And he's going to be brought down just outside the 10-yard line. A tight end in motion now. They'll go play action with Young. He pulls it in around the 5. Now the offense will use their 3rd and final timeout. And it'll come with 15 seconds to play in this 1st half. This throw out of the back of the end zone. It's incomplete. From the gun, it's Young. That's to the end zone, but it's incomplete.
Teams practice these situations all week long, Mike. Down here in the tight red zone, you find yourself inside the 10-yard line. You're thinking, we've got to come away with a touchdown. Well, after that third down incomplete, it's going to be real interesting to see how they approach this fourth down after failing on third. And that's a really nice boost here before the break. I mean, you work the clock well, you're able to steal some points. The biggest thing is you're able to build a little momentum now going into the locker room at halftime.
The return starts from the 5. And he'll be brought down right around the 25-yard line. And they'll elect not to run another play. Instead, just take a knee and take this on into the locker room. So we have reached halftime with these two teams separated by a touchdown. And hold that thought. Let's get right back to it. We are ready for the third quarter. Here comes a return from the 5. He'll work his way across the 25-yard line. The home team's offense ready to get going again. They'll have it first in this third quarter. They lead by a touchdown as this drive begins with 1st and 10. Back to throw here to begin the drive. First down throw there is incomplete.
I know this play results in an incomplete pass, but I think this is a really good job by the quarterback. His clock was going off. He felt that rush. He had no immediate target to go to with the ball. Instead, throw it away. Don't take the sack. Live for another day.
It'll be a pickup of 10. That's enough for a first down. They'll stay on the ground. Not much to speak of on that one. Maybe a gain of a yard. It's second down. He'll drop to throw. He'll be hit as he throws this time, and it's going to fall incomplete. And he might be fortunate just to avoid the sack, and it'll set up a third down. And this is going to be incomplete. That is great work there, making things difficult defensively. It'll set up a fourth down. And now here comes the punt team. A fair catch taken, and they're going to start right at their own 20-yard line. This offense and their running back heading back on the field. And really, he has not produced a whole lot of highlights as we thought about coming in that he could be a featured back in this one. Instead, no running lanes, no room to operate, stuck at the line of scrimmage, and generally taking this offense out of its flow. Young to throw on 1st and 10. And he can't hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. What a good job defensively to meet him just as the ball was arriving. And it'll be second down. Back to the air, it's Young. He's got his man on the in route. Yes, take it in over the middle. And they'll work this close to a first down, maybe just a tad short. 3rd and a yard. They'll try to get this one on the ground. And he's not going to get the first down. Met and brought down in the backfield. On 3rd and short, they do not get it done.
The idea here for this offense is you're not really thinking necessarily touchdown. You're thinking first down. Let's get a fresh set of downs here and reset. But in this case, they suffer a loss, and it brings up 4th down.
This brought in out past the 20. And he'll be brought down. Short return. And they'll take over there. This team's offense ready to get back to work. They'll try to establish some tempo as they start this one with 1st and 10. On play action, he'll set up to throw. A very quick throw there, but not on the same page with his target. That's incomplete. Back to the air again on 2nd and 10. And he'll be stopped short of the 1st down. He's able to look it in and get forward for a pickup of about 8. Now a 3rd and 2. Slot man in motion left. A 3rd down. We'll try to get it on the ground. And he's going to be taken down here. Looks like a pretty good spot, though. Yes, he's got it. That's a 1st down. Off the play fake. He'll look to throw. Short pass taken in by the tight end. And this one will not work. He goes out of bounds. They're going to drop 4 on that one. Now they'll set up to throw. Hit as he throws, and it is incomplete. Just couldn't deliver that one the way he wanted to. Not really sure if there was much there anyways. We do know it'll be 3rd down. Now, faking the give. He dives, and what a catch for the 1st down. That's his 1st reception of the ballgame, and it really comes at a good time as they get the conversion on 3rd down.
You just love to see this effort, especially on 3rd down. You understand, you want to keep this possession alive. You have to do everything in your power sometimes to bail out your quarterback, and it's exactly what he does here, and it brings up a fresh set of downs.
He'll go right and find his running back.
All right, so there's really 3 areas that a modern NFL running back has to excel at. Number 1, the traditional handoffs. Number 2, you have to be excellent and reliable in pass protection, and maybe bigger than all of them, you have to be at least serviceable out of the backfield in the passing game.
They have converted twice on 3rd down on this drive, and they need a yard here with 3rd and 1. That's going to be pretty close. Looks like he's got it, and he does. 1st down.
Really just the same approach that an offense would take on a quarterback sneak, Mike. You don't necessarily have to spring them for a huge gain. Can you buy just enough space up front to pick up 1 yard? That's exactly what they did. Pick up the 1st down.
And that is going nowhere fast. Disastrous play. A big loss.
This is a play we've seen this offense have success with in the past, but here you have to wonder if they maybe tipped their hand a bit, because that one went nowhere.
They'll turn and hand this one off. And he'll be very close to a 1st down. Won't quite have enough, but now a much more advantageous spot. Here's a 3rd down and 4. Off play action. He'll set up to throw. And on 3rd down, that ball incomplete.
Timing and trust. Critical elements of this quick passing game. If your target and the quarterback are not on the same page, it winds up being an incompletion and a wasted down.
He is 2 for 2. That kick is good. And his guys will extend their 3rd quarter lead.
So anytime an offense comes off the field after settling for 3, you always have to take the good with the bad. In order to get down there in field goal range, you had to do something positive to move the ball. But at the same time, how are we going to be able to finish these drives and convert for 6 the next time we get down there?
So now, out comes the offense, led by their quarterback as they take over once again. And he has been a nightmare to scheme against throughout this one. This defense has been picked apart. That is borne out in those impressive numbers. He has been terrific all game long. And he's not going to be able to get away. Very good coverage on the perimeter. It goes down as a loss of yards.
I think this play is a direct result of his film study. He knew exactly where that ball was going before the play was snapped, and that play recognition, man, it separates a lot of guys in this league and results in a negative play.
That's thrown right side, but incomplete.
For the most part, he's been very accurate with the ball. I mean, he's completing over 60% of his passes, but because they haven't been able to get any big explosive plays, continue to push the ball downfield, hasn't really translated on the scoreboard just yet.
And they will bring him down on the other side of midfield.
Those are the explosive pass plays that this team is going to continue to mine all day. And you can see pre-snap, the quarterback loved his matchup. He allowed his receiver to work downfield, perfect throw, and now sets them up to try to see if they can finish this drive off with some points.
So they come to the line for first down and 10. Handoff here, up the middle. And that's the way you want to run it on first down. A gain of 7. Second down and 3. Now Young. Little short pass here, caught by his tight end. And he'll be taken down. The gain is 6, and it's a new set of downs. He picked up the first down. Back to throw, Young. Gets it away quickly, and it's caught. And this takes him into the red zone. He's brought down inside the 20-yard line. So, 3 quarters now in the books. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL on EA Sports. Ball down to the 16-yard line, and it's first and 10. They'll run it on the inside handoff. And he's brought down after a gain of a couple. Second down and 8. To throw is Young. Quick throw, taken in. They'll get maybe 3 out of that one, and it's going to set up third down. Here's Young to throw, and he will score. Game on. Greg, they are pecking away at this one now. Very big touchdown. Gets them right within reach of pulling this comeback off.
Well, Mike, at the very least, they've given themselves a chance, but can they get a stop and get the ball back again for a chance to go down and really make this one interesting?
The kick is good. Important extra point. The difference is just 3, a field goal here in the fourth quarter. So they've cut into the lead. Now just a field goal behind as they kick it off. From the 6, here comes a return. He'll get this up to the 28-yard line. Nice place for the drive to start. So now this team's offense ready to go as we give you a look at the current playoff race. And there is still a lot to play for. Every game is critical. Teams fighting to claim one of the 7 playoff spots that are up for grabs. Quick throw here is complete. And a big strike for good yardage there all the way up to midfield.
A lot could go wrong anytime you decide to put the ball in the air here late in the fourth quarter as you're trying to run out the clock and protect this lead. But at the same time, I like that they haven't gone super conservative, just handoff right, handoff left, and it just turns into tackling practice. So I like the balance of making the defense defend everything, because right now, possess the ball, protect the ball, and ultimately just run the clock out.
That one a bit high, but it's complete. And he'll be taken down, but they are in business inside the 30-yard line.
Anybody who thought this coach was going to get conservative with this late lead is sadly mistaken, Mike. They're out here still throwing haymakers with this passing game. They're not content with just having the lead. They're looking to increase it.
And this takes him into the red zone. He's brought down inside the 20-yard line. Set to go now on 1st and 10. In the red zone now, he'll drop to throw. And he's going to be taken down.
Big-time completion right there, and this isn't just a spot where they're trying to run the game out here in the 4th quarter. They were not only trying to pick up points, but they're trying to get in the end zone and extend this lead. So really nice job here late. We're going to see if they can put this one out of reach.
He'll get maybe a yard down to the 4-yard line. Inside the 5, it is 2nd and goal. Tight end going in motion here. Play clock down to 0. That's going to be a delay. From a little further back, here's 2nd and goal. Putting the tight end in motion. They'll look to throw. And he'll be taken down, let's call it the 7-yard line. And here comes 3rd and goal. Now, whistles here. Looks like one of the defenders got a head start. Third and goal. He'll look to throw. And he's into the end zone. That might be the knockout punch. Everything you want to do right there, Greg, in the 4th quarter. Get the ball with the lead and extend it to a 2-score advantage.
Yeah, and I think this just might end up being too much to overcome. You said it. Once you get a 2-score lead this late in the 4th quarter, there's just not enough possessions to be had to claw yourself back in it.
The PAT, up and good. And his guys will open it up even further here in this 4th quarter. Both teams ready to go once more as the kick's away. This returnable from the 4. And it'll be brought down past the 25. Decent field position to start this drive. The offense headed back out, captained, of course, by their quarterback. And he has been masterful so far leading this offense, keeping the mistakes to a minimum, on point with his passes, generally one step ahead of the defense all game long. Got his receiver on the in-cut. He's got it. And they will bring him down on the other side of midfield.
Didn't take them long to get now to their opponent's side of the field. I like the idea of starting this drive with some explosive pass plays. That's going to open everything up, both underneath in the passing game and on the ground. So big play to get this drive off to a fast start.
On 1st down is Young. Oh, and a short throw there, but it's going to end up incomplete. That's a pass he'll say he should have had. Instead, he does not, and it brings up 2nd down. They'll send the tight end in motion right. A 2nd down throw for Young. Who else? Another catch for his favorite target.
Really well done here by the defense, Mike, executing this zone defense, and they've got to be able to pattern read. You're not just going to drop back to a spot and just play like a robot. Based on what the receivers do off the line, the defenders have different rules of where their zones move to. Well, they had that one dialed in right from the jump, and they were able to stop that play really before it got started.
A fresh set of downs to work with. It is first down and 10. From the gun, it's Young. To the right side here, pass is caught. And they bring him down inside the 25-yard line. From the gun, they'll try to run it. A gain of 4 as he's taken down. Here's a 2nd and 6. Out of the shotgun, Young. A throw there on 2nd down, going to be incomplete.
It's rare to see an offense that finds themselves trailing and say, well, their quarterback's been actually one of their biggest bright spots. Usually that doesn't go hand in hand, so it's a little surprising to see him miss a throw like that on a day where he's completed passes at a highly efficient rate.
And he's going to have the first down. They convert on 3rd, and it sets up a 1st and goal. They'll be forced to just throw that one away. It's incomplete.
Nice example there, Mike, of the quarterback just being smart with the ball, understanding it didn't quite develop the way he had intended. Throw that ball out of harm's way, live to play another down.
Throwing on 2nd down, Young. That's out to the flat, and it's complete. And they are all over that on defense. Good surge, drops him back. Let's put him at the 9-yard line. To the end zone, but they can't connect. It's incomplete.
You have to come down with those opportunities. You're not going to get your hands on the ball very often as a defensive player, and when you do, let alone in the end zone, those are plays you just have to make.
And this one, right down the middle. It's good. And they are indeed back within 1 score. The kickoff team is out on the field. And we're back to it as the kick's away. Now return coming from the 7. And he'll work this one past the 25 to right about the 28-yard line. Slot man in motion right. They show jet sweep and instead run it up the middle. And he'll bring this across the 30-yard line. It's a pickup of 4. Here's 2nd and 6. Owned back in the backfield. He'll get the carry here. And he'll take this up, working towards the first down mark. He gets 5, but is just a little short of the first down. A handoff as they try to run it here. And that'll move the sticks. First down, up to the 40. The defense still with all 3 timeouts at their disposal as the quarterback's down to a knee. Lost 1 on the last play, so now it's 2nd and 11. From the gun, here's a handoff. He'll get about 3, and that's going to lead to 3rd down. They need 8 as they come up for 3rd down. Victory formation here as he's down to a knee.